Hi, today I will teach you how to make a knitted scarf. I will not teach you how to make the strings that poke out. I'm just going to teach you how to make the basic scarf part right there. You will need a knitting loom or a rainbow loom. I will teach you how to set up the rainbow loom. And the iPhone case video, I messed up. I put 8 pegs instead of 10 pegs. I promise I won't mess up this time. So, the other things you will need are scissors, a crochet hook or a rainbow loom hook, and of course string. But let me tell you something about my string. My string is really thin, and this is as thin as the other yarn I used for the scarf, and when I used it, holes turned out. So I would prefer you to use thick string, or if you have 2 rolls of thin string, I would prefer you to use both rolls. Get your supplies and get ready. Step 1. To set up your rainbow loom, you will take out the middle piece. You will not be using this for any time at the project. The other thing you will do, the last thing, is take the long blue piece, the longest blue piece in the middle, out. And we will also not use this. And you will keep this part, you will just take it out real quick. And switch it the other way. And they're straight from each other. So the right side is pointing towards you, and the other side the opposite way. So now you have it set up for step 2. Step 2. I will be using a knitting loom, but you will follow the same exact directions if you have a rainbow loom. So the first thing you'll do is grab your string and you'll make a slip knot. I'll make another tutorial how to make a slip knot. So the first thing you'll do, grab your slip knot and put it on the first peg. So you have your slip knot like that. And now you grab your string, go straight from it, and make only 1 loop. Now you'll go diagonal, and you'll make a loop, then you'll go straight from it, like that. And now I've done this. It should probably look like an H, but the line is crooked. And now you will grab your string, skip this peg, so you go on your 4th peg. And now you'll wrap 1 loop, go straight from it, and then make 1 more loop. You'll go diagonal, make a loop, and then you'll go straight from that, and then you made another H. Well, this time it doesn't look like an H, and this string will cross over it. You'll notice that this one doesn't have a string crossing over, and now you'll go skip this peg. Now you're on the 6th peg, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you make a loop, go straight from it, go diagonal like that, then go straight, and then skip one peg. Now we're on our 8th peg. Don't make the loops too loose or too tight because it will be complicated to loop. Now you'll skip that, loose, straight, diagonal, straight, there. So we're on our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th peg right here. Now straight, diagonal, straight, cross. Now we will wrap your string around your loom so it does not get loose or it does not let go. Now we have to put the second layer, but this time it will be backwards. Do the same thing backwards like this. So this time you'll start from the end, go diagonal, then straight, and then diagonal, straight, skip one peg, same exact thing but backwards. Diagonal, straight, skip one peg, straight up. Feel free to pause anytime, anywhere, if I am going too fast. I finished now, and we are going to tie it so it does not get loose. I have this little peg sticking out so it will hold. And now it's time to loop. Push these down. So step 3. Now we are going to start looping. Grab your metal tip hook or crochet hook and you will grab the bottom one and loop it over the top. Go to the next one, grab the bottom one, loop it over the top. And while you're going, push these down. And all these that you loop over are going to be one loop. Just the one bottom. I'm only going to do half of the scarf, and I'll tell you how many more times. I'm just going to do half and then show you how to close it on this tutorial. And so you should have done it way longer. You can make it as long as you want. And now we are going to the other side. So grab your slip knot right here. Grab your slip knot, put it over the top. This side is also one. If you have thin yarn like mine, it might look a little loose like this. If you didn't wrap it too tight, it should look loose like this. I accidentally wrapped it a little tight. But anyway, if you did with this string, it still looks loose and it's easy to hook over. Thick yarn would really turn out better if you used it. So now I finished looping, and you will see that on the second peg, that's where the string is poking out. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it will be in every single row after you loop. So now you're going to do it again. So right next to it this time, to the first peg, then straight from it, diagonal, and straight. Then it will be like an H again, and then you will skip one peg right here, diagonal, and then straight, diagonal, straight, and then cross. Skip one, straight, diagonal, straight, cross, skip one, straight, diagonal, straight, and then last one. Skip one, straight, diagonal, straight. Then we tie. We won't do another row. There. And you will not cut until we finish. So you are going to loop bottom one, the same thing, over the top. And as you go, push them down. When you set up your rainbow loom, if you're using one, it's exactly like you do it with the iPhone 4 case. And if you haven't seen my other videos, you can go check them out if you like. And by the way, it's almost 1 week from Halloween. Push those down. You can see on my loom that I have little gaps in my pegs that I can grab, where I can put my hook, grab one and put it over, like right here. Just put my hook right there and then lift it up. I got my loom at Walmart, and actually who taught me how to do this was my grandma. And she made me a scarf and she taught me. So I'm making a video of how to do it. And next time I'm going to ask her how to put the strings at the end so it will look prettier. But if you know how to do it, you should do it. I'll be showing you how to do the process 3 more times, and then I will tell you how many more times you would have to do it to fit the length to wrap around your neck. So unwrap. Now, it's on the second peg at the end. You'll go right next to it on the right. Straight up, diagonal, straight up, cross. Skip one, straight up, straight up. So that was diagonal, And the next video I was thinking of doing was how to make a knitted beanie. And yes, I thought of it. I've made one before, and that was the first time I made it. I figured out how to make one by myself, and so I wanted to make a video of it. Just wrap this around. So now, looping again. Bottom one. This process is easy once you get the hang of it. The hardest part of it is just doing the layer, setting it. Wait, wrong part. So there. Next one. Yes, and the iPhone case was my first video, so it didn't really, I think it didn't really turn good. And we use a different camera, but now I'm using kind of a better camera, so it turns out better. My string is getting tighter. One over the top. Turn my loom. One over the top. One over the top. I will be doing a lot of knitting tutorials. So please subscribe, and when I upload a new video, it will remind you when you check. And finished. Oops. Wait 1 second. My string got caught up there. There. Now, let's do on your second peg. That's what I needed to switch around because it was on my first peg. It always has to be on your second peg, poking out. So now, putting these down. These strings are getting really tight. Like I told you, don't do it too tight or too loose. I accidentally did it too tight. That's why I'm having a little trouble pushing them down. So there, push them down. Got my string. Do the same thing. Right next to it, up, diagonal, cross, skip one, diagonal, straight up, skip one. Trying to do it a little more loose so it doesn't turn out too tight. I'll show you one more time, and then I will tell you how much times to do it. And I'll tell you to pause the video there, since you will need more time to finish up all those rows. Now let me finish looping. One over the top, one over the top, one over the top, one over the top, and the last one. Push them down. Push them down. Now I push them down. So now we will do it again. Well, to do it, I'll meet you back at 30 rows. So pause the video here and I'll be right back. I'm looping my 10th row. You should have done 20 more rows, more than me. And yours should have been way longer. It should have been like this long by now. So, after I loop this row, I'll show you how long mine is. Loose. Oops, I go there. Now. Loop it. About to get on the other side. Down. Now the other side, the bottom one. Finish looping my 10th row. And like I was gonna show you, mine looks like this. Yours should be like 3 times bigger than this. And the other thing is that they're really separated. That's what's gonna happen if you have thin yarn like this. This one was the same type of yarn, and over time it got smushed together. So that might happen. But once you make it, it's separated. It's separated, kind of. So, yours should be 3 times bigger. And however big your neck is, you should make it that long. So pause the video again here. And once you're finished, I'll be right back. So now you've finished your neck length. And to close it up, you will take your hook. This works better with the crochet hook, but I don't have one right now, so I'm just gonna use this. You have it, and then you put the one right in front of it on your hook too. The second string you put on from this peg, the back string is gonna go over it. So I got this back string pulled over. Now we have to do this in order. So we have to have this on my hook, take this one, put it on my hook, the closest one to the grip part, you pull over the first close to that. Now we are going to get the one in front of it pull this one over the top. Get this one right here. Over the top. So it just keeps making little knots, I guess. That's what I would call them. One here. Over the top. This. This one. Hook. Sorry if my hand's in the way. Down my hook. That. Now this one. My yarn just went through. I know where it went. Went over here. Okay. Yeah, be careful because it might come off. You would have to search through all your string yarn for it. The one that came off. So you have to be careful by doing this. See, it just went through again. This one over the top, and the last two. Last one over top, just came off again. Okay, so I've gotten it sewed. Notice my scarf is really small. Your loom. There. Have your thing right here. You take your string and about 5 inches of string, well, 3 inches of string, you will cut it. And then kind of weave it through like this. All the way to the other side. Like that. String this right here. Okay, so now I'm at the other side and I put it through this one. So it's kind of like that, and you weave it downwards a couple times. And then if you have leftover string, just cut it. And it should have turned out like this. And you can wrap it around, and that's how it should look like. I will probably make another tutorial of how to make these little strings at the end. So So please watch my other videos. If you liked this tutorial, please press like or thumbs up or subscribe. Bye!